I think my problem is I'm going through life with a lack of inspiration and a mustache. Welcome to the sleepy episode.
Jacqueline is tired.
I'm also a little bit sleepy here.
I am a sleepy boy. Hello.
Two sleepy boys.
Two sleepy, sweaty boys.
Yeah.
So some asshole pounded on the door a minute ago.
Yeah, while we were watching...
I was scared.
We were watching the first episode of the Daredevil series on Netflix.
Daredevil.
And
we're watching Daredevil.
About 45 minutes into the episode, just a quick... And the dogs started going crazy. Not my dogs.
My dogs. Well, they're not even mine.
Exactly.
I are doing a dog sit.
Yeah.
But they're for my roommates. Well, the dogs are gifts for my roommates. No, it's theirs. The dogs are theirs.
Could you imagine if we were watching something a little
scarier?
A little scarier. Could you imagine?
I would have cried.
Like
no, I actually did cry, didn't I? I cried. I cried out of nervousness.
I totally get it though.
Alone. And I've been here alone for like a week. And then some fucking random person starts pounding on my door. I got scared. And then I start thinking, because anxiety, that it happens. And then it goes, oh, well, what if they were looking to see if somebody was home so then they can come back later and rob the place? Or, what if they wanted to see if somebody was home so they can prepare? If they wanted to rob the place, then they'll murder whoever's here. And then all these different thoughts and fears. I was physically shaken.
Yeah.
It was that bad. I got scared.
Hey, Klaus. I can hear you back there.
We can hear Klaus, and I'm in my room, and he's in the thing. The living room?
Yeah, that's the living room.
That's the living room. But yes, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't want to stick to it.
Welcome to the sleepy episode of Let's Watch Something. This week, we checked out the first episode of Daredevil. And welcome to our new series on Let's Watch Something entitled Binge or Purge. This is going to be different for me because I have seen Daredevil. I haven't seen
the Daredevil. I haven't.
I didn't see season 3. I did see the first 2 seasons and The Defenders. Daredevil being the first of Netflix's cinematic universe of superheroes from Marvel.
Gerald. Talk like Gerald right now.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, Gerald, this is so funny. I'm cosplaying Martha right now.
She's wearing her little grandma outfit.
Yeah, I have slippers and an old lady nightgown. I don't have rollers in my hair, but I imagine Martha has rollers.
For those of you that haven't seen Daredevil, it stars Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock, and he also plays the Daredevil. And I think that the underdog of the show, at least for this first episode, who I really was a big fan of, was Eldon Henson, who played Foggy Nelson.
What the fuck is Foggy, though? Like, I get it's a nickname, but like, what's his human name?
His name is Franklin.
Yuck.
And if I were named Franklin, I would go by anything else as well.
When I was, when my nephew was little, well, one of my nephews, he used to call me Aunt Franklin because he couldn't say Jacqueline for some reason. I'm not kidding. But it would be more like Finklin.
That's hilarious.
I used to also be called Aunt Ducky. I love those kids. And my niece used to call me Sacklin because she couldn't say Jacqueline. They're cute.
My niece, oh my God, I forgot about this hilarious story. Oh, it's so cute.
Tell me I need cutes.
What's that one song? It's the
ring,
Beatles song.
Which Beatles?
Yellow Submarine.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
When my niece Emma was growing up, we all tried to impose musical tastes upon her, and now she just listens to Billie Eilish because that's what everyone listens to.
I kind of love Billie Eilish.
Eilish? Is that how you say it?
Eilish.
Okay. I learned something today.
Good job. Proud of you.
Me and my brother really wanted to, show her the Beatles. I would sing, and when she was 2, I would sing Yellow Submarine to her. Whenever she was over and we were playing, she was playing in the living room, and I would be with her with Legos, and I would be doing In the town where I was born lived a man and
sailed the sea.
When Beatles Rock Band came out, I was really big into Rock Band. I loved playing those games. Way too much for a normal person.
Play Rock Band?
I used to invite my friends over for pizza, and we'd play Rock Band.
You had friends?
I would sing. My friend Milton would play guitar.
Milton! Of course you would have a friend named Milton.
And Simon was on drums.
Oh, and Simon.
Were
they twins?
No. They went to completely different schools even.
Huh, how the fuck?
I went to school with Milton. And Simon, I went to school with when I was in middle school, but I went to a different high school than Simon. So me and Milton would go home, and Simon would meet us. Shout outs to Milton, who unfriended me on Facebook.
What a dick fart!
Yeah, I have fond memories of Milton and Simon. Simon, if you ever listen to this podcast, I miss you.
Oh, that's so gay.
We would be the cutest gay couple, me and Simon.
Oh, okay, I'm into it. I ship
you know
it.
What?
I'll write fanfic.
Do you want to know what Simon has? Or at least had the last time I saw him?
I swear to God, a mustache.
Not just a mustache, but
a handlebar mustache.
A great,
big
bushy beard.
A great big bushy beard. Hello.
Now I'm going to finish my story.
Nope.
I would, when I got the Beatles Rock Band, and my niece Emma would watch us play it because she didn't understand how to play the game and didn't want to learn. And we were going through the songs on Beatles Rock Band, and when you highlight a song, it plays a portion of it.
The preview.
Yeah. So we were going through, and we were trying to decide what we were going to play, and we stopped over Yellow Submarine, and it starts playing a little bit of the song. And Emma, and she was maybe 5 or 6 at the time, she goes, "That's Eric's song."
Aww.
It was really cute. I forget how I got on this tangent.
I don't remember either. Oh, because I was talking about my niece and nephews.
Oh, yeah.
You said Franklin.
And you were Uncle Franklin.
Aunt
Franklin, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Didn't mean to.
You're fine.
Now, Daredevil, when it first came out, 2015, it was the first Netflix original series that I was really excited about. I also hadn't had Netflix for that long. I got Netflix shortly after I graduated high school. I remember that because I had the Nintendo Wii. And I had the disc that shipped from Netflix to insert into the Wii because that was how you did it for some reason.
It was movie rental by mail.
But then they started doing streaming.
Movie rental by your own TV, bitches.
I signed up for Netflix because of a movie that Penn Jillette talked about on his podcast. A movie called Look.
Look.
If you want to find out about the movie Look, you can Google Look.
Wait.
And get absolutely no results that are relevant.
Hold on.
The basis for Binge or Purge is to ask a simple question.
Are we going to binge this shit?
Are we? Daredevil? I binged it. I didn't binge it, but I watched the entire first season and second season as they came out.
I could watch this again or continue watching it. I'm not the type of person to binge watch something. However, it was a good first episode. It got me interested. I could definitely continue watching.
There were some moments that I could tell you were getting really into it. Mm-hmm. When we saw the guy with the glasses who did not get named in the episode.
Oh yeah, but I was talking about him spanking me, so
maybe not that. He's the first antagonist that we see until, of course, we see his employer, as he keeps alluding to. His name was James Wesley.
The character or the actor?
The character. And the actor is named Toby Leonard Moore. If you've seen Daredevil,
yes,
you know how
Toby
fucked up Wesley is.
Is he fucked up?
He's a little fucked up. He's psychotic.
I'm a little into that. Red flags.
Ooh, red flags. Hey.
When you're wearing rose-tinted glasses, red flags just look like flags.
Jack 2020.
Technically, that was from Bojack Horseman.
Oh, I've never seen Bojack Horseman.
Holy shit.
Hold on, let me get both mics. I've never seen Bojack Horseman. Not a single episode.
I actually... So...
Is episode 2 of Binge or Purge going to be Bojack Horseman?
I would say, yeah.
I think so. But first, let me continue what I have to say about Daredevil. Let me tell you about Daredevil. Do you know what this vigilante is doing in our city?
I'm doing my best teller.
Wow, that's not a Penn Jillette. That was an Alex Jones.
Oh shit!
But you know
that was a pen. That was a good.
I'm just gonna roll with it.
I'm doing my best teller though. I would fuck Penn.
Would you fuck Penn now?
Yeah. Well,
he lost 150 pounds.
Yeah. He don't look too good now. Like I find when people used to be fat and then they lose weight, they're all fucking saggy looking and sad looking.
Kevin James looks like a fucking recovering drug addict.
Yeah, most everybody who lost weight looks like that.
You know who also looked like a recovering drug addict? Is Jason Mewes, who is a recovering drug addict.
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure he is a recovering drug addict, so that's understandable. He can look like that. Go him for recovering.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
If superhero movies are your thing, you're going to love Daredevil.
I liked it.
If the Batman... I'm sorry. If the Batman movies are more your preference, because
where's Rachel?
Because they're darker and they're more they're more mature and they're less goofy. Because the Marvel movies are goofy as heck. Mm-hmm. They get pretty goofy.
Some of I like that though. It makes me. It's lighthearted.
After Guardians of the Galaxy, that was the tipping point for the goofiness.
Oh, that is, yeah. Okay,
everything pre-Guardians, everything up to Avengers and Iron Man 2, everything pre-Guardians. I don't think those are the ones that preceded Guardians directly, but like up until Guardians of the Galaxy, they were taking themselves very seriously, and I thought they were great. Seriously. And then Guardians of the Galaxy came along and injected that Lysol of comedy into the bloodstream of Marvel movies again.
But here's the thing. Chris Pratt. God, he could sit on my face and fart and I'd be like, oh, dude, nice.
Chris Pratt was offered the role.
Crisp Rat
was offered the role of Star-Lord. And they told him...
he can be my Star-Lord.
They told him, you don't need to worry about getting buff. We'll just like make you look buff. And he said, no, I'm going to be a superhero. I'm going to get in shape.
That's bullshit. He was so chubby and hot. Oh, God, that tum-tum. I just want to go like this on it.
Now, don't worry. After the first Guardians of the Galaxy, he got chubby again.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Chubby Chris Pratt.
Daredevil hardly touches on the comedy aspect of Marvel.
There's like no comedy in Daredevil. He's blind.
It's a little dry. There's humorous moments in playing up the blind aspect. There's a couple of jokes.
I'm a terrible person.
There was like a cop that threatened Matt Murdock in one scene.
I don't care if you're blind, I'll still kick your ass.
And Foggy's like, you're gonna go there?
Really, dude?
Really? We're going there?
We're gonna beat up the blind kid?
Yeah.
He can't see me. Oh, God.
He's not gonna tell on us. He can't tell on us. He doesn't know what we look like. Yeah, Michael, he doesn't know what you look like. Michael Stevens, who lives on
374 Churchill Lane. I don't know, I'm just making up these.
That's fine.
At least I was able to come up with something on the spot.
Now, you coming in blind. I didn't mean to do that. The pun was not intended. So, Jack, you coming in blind to Daredevil. How did you feel about the plot?
Interesting.
The first episode is pretty well contained as far as that, it's setting up a lot more. But if you're if you're worried about getting invested in a story that's going to take forever to pay off, the first episode kind of is pretty well self-contained.
Are we gonna actually like rate this shit, or did we already do that? Or
I mean, I feel like
we kind of did that, but I think today, because we're tired, there is zero structure in this.
No, there's not.
There has been absolutely no.
I mean, I can snip that part out and put it. We can,
to the end.
We can continue talking about it.
We can do that. Okay, let's do this thing.
Are you interested in continuing watching? Are you interested in continuing Daredevil?
I would binge this. That's my binge sound.
I say not only binge it, but binge this and then watch Jessica Jones. I would trigger warning about Jessica Jones. That whole season is an allegory for rape survivors. It handles it well.
I don't know if I can handle things that.
That's why I'm saying there's a trigger warning. However, you can also watch Luke Cage. Luke Cage is another one that is really good. If you want to binge something, Daredevil, Luke Cage, The Defenders. 3 absolutely amazing. You can follow along just fine. The character of Jessica Jones is hilarious. But, there are some issues with some of the content for some people. I can totally understand.
As a survivor, I have issues with dealing with rape stuff.
It was hard to watch, not gonna lie.
Even if it's like insinuated rape, let alone like blatant fucking displays of things like that, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. So
I know because you don't want to watch it at all. I will go into it a little bit. Jessica Jones introduces the villain Kilgrave, who is played by David Tennant, who I can never, ever look at again.
Why?
His superpower, he's the villain, and his superpower is anything he says to someone, they do. And not just they like, well, I'm going to go do that now. That becomes the driving force of their life. Spoilers for Jessica Jones. He breaks out of some entrapment that they set for him, and as he's walking out the door, says to one of the characters, "Put a bullet through your head, or put a bullet in your skull." As he walks out the door, and she picks up a gun and pulls the trigger, and it's out of bullets. It's a revolver. She pulls the trigger, and it's out of bullets, and she's on the floor, fucking sobbing because she can't do this thing. And she will not be broken of the spell until it's done. So when Jessica Jones she shows up and is like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I gotta put it in my skull." And she's like taking a bullet off the ground, hitting herself in the forehead with it, is inconsolable. And Jessica Jones grabs her by the wrists and like pulls her up, grabs the bullet and like says, "Open your mouth," shoves it in her mouth, closes it and says, "It's inside of your skull. Are you okay?" And she fucking nods, spits it out and is like, "I have no idea what this was all about." As soon as it was done, it was fucking over. The whole thing about it being allegory for rape survivors and abusive relationships, it's not blatant, but oh my God, it is. There are some serious undertones and overtones throughout the entire series. But on the topic of Daredevil, and Jack, I need you to do the sound effect again for me. I'm going to give it an absolute binge.
I hate that. I don't know why I came up with that right on the spot when we were saying that. So.
I think that's going to be the perfect thing to give it, the perfect sound to punctuate it. I think it's great. And, we're still trying this format out, this short form, and maybe we'll do more episodes like this.
I want to keep doing them while we're sleepy because this is fun.
For you,
you're
having fun. You know what? If we do it again, I do want to talk about Bojack Horseman because I've heard amazing things. I've just never watched it.
It's really fucking... It can get really dark, to be honest.
I've heard. And
it's really smart.
I have also heard that it's smart. And it has Job from Arrested Development.
I love his voice.
Another show.
His voice.
No, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Let's watch something.
I missed it.